The Sinclair mansion groaned against the rising winds. Somewhere beyond the shuttered windows, the sea muttered to itself in the dark. Eva crept down the marble hallway, her nightgown brushing her ankles. Voices, low, urgent, floated from her father's study. Lost! Her father's fist struck the desk. Our shipment! Our profits! All taken by some damned pirate! Eva pressed closer, heart pounding. It's not only the cargo, came her mother's anxious whisper. Without it, we cannot meet the plantation's debts. Lord Weatherby expects an answer by week's end. Lord Weatherby! The name hit Eva like a slap. Old, cruel, a widower 3 times over. He'd sniffed around her like a wolf among lambs at last week's gala. I will not lose everything, her father growled. She will marry him. It is decided. Eva stumbled back, hands trembling. Marry a monster to save her family's fortunes? Never. Her mother's chamber was dimly lit when Eva burst inside. You knew, Eva choked out. You agreed. Lady Sinclair paled. Evelina, you must understand. Your father's business. My life is not a bargain to be struck. You are a woman, child, her mother said bitterly. You have no choice. Eva's breath hitched. Fury, and a cold, sharp fear, settled into her bones. There had to be another way. Somehow, moonlight painted the stables silver as Eva cinched a stolen satchel to her back. She wore a cabin boy's cast-off clothes, loose breeches, a coarse linen shirt. A wool cap hid her gleaming hair. In her hand, a battered map. The waterfront, where whispers said the notorious privateer Savage Wind had anchored. Captain Rhys Calder, the pirate, no, privateer, who had seized her father's cargo. If she could find him, if she could bargain. Eva set her jaw and slipped into the night. The ship loomed ahead, its dark hull rocking gently in the tide. Lanterns swung at the gangplank, casting golden circles over the slumbering docks. Eva kept her head down, mimicking the swagger of a deckhand as she darted up the plank. The deck was eerily quiet. Ropes creaked, sails whispered. Somewhere, a man coughed in his sleep. She had just stepped toward the main mast when... Cabin boy? A voice, lazy, low, touched with amusement. Eva froze. Slowly, she turned. A man leaned against the mast, arms crossed. His white shirt was unbuttoned at the throat, his skin sun-warmed, hair ruffled by the wind. Dark eyes raked her up and down, shrewd, knowing. I said, he repeated, are you lost, boy? Eva straightened her shoulders. I'm exactly where I intend to be. One brow quirked. And where, exactly, would that be? On the deck of the Savage Wind, she said, praying her voice didn't tremble. To speak with your captain. At that he laughed, low, wicked. You're speaking to him now, boy. She swallowed hard. Good, she said, because I have a proposition. He pushed off the mast with a dangerous, lazy grace. And what, he drawled, would a slip of a lad, or shall I say a rather desperate lady, want to propose to a pirate like me? Eva's breath caught. He knew. Somehow, without a word, he knew. I'm not desperate, she snapped, lifting her chin. His grin was slow and devastating. Of course not, only very, very foolish. And you, she shot back, are very, very full of yourself. His laughter broke free, rough and genuine. God help her. The man was infuriating. He stepped closer, forcing her to tilt her head back to meet his gaze. God save me, he murmured. I do love a woman with teeth. His eyes gleamed with something dangerous, something thrilling. Before Eva could form a reply, a shadow moved behind the quarterdeck. A sailor, a voice. Captain, we've got trouble. Rhys's smile faded. Looks like your timing's either damn lucky, little siren, he said grimly, or very, very bad. He grabbed her wrist, and with shocking strength, hauled her toward the shadows. Welcome aboard the Savage Wind, my lady, he whispered. Pray you survive the night. The ship shuddered underfoot as Rhys dragged Eva behind a stack of barrels. She tried to wrench free. Unhand me! His hand clamped over her mouth, eyes narrowing. Shh, he breathed against her ear. Unless you fancy getting shot. Voices barked across the deck, rough, angry. Captain, another damn inspector's boat. Governor's orders, they said. Rhys cursed under his breath. Eva struggled less, though her heart thundered in her chest. Rhys shifted his weight to shield her from view. His body heat burned through the thin fabric of her stolen shirt, and she realized, with horrifying clarity, that she was pressed against a man who could end her with a flick of his wrist. Instead, he murmured, "Stay quiet, little siren, and I'll get us out of this." He smelled of salt and something darker. Danger, maybe. Temptation. Eva squeezed her eyes shut, willing her pulse to slow. When the footsteps faded, Rhys released her, slowly, reluctantly, as if savoring the act. Eva stumbled back, glaring. "You are insufferable," she hissed. He gave a slow, wicked smile. "And you, my lady, are very bad at sneaking. I didn't exactly plan to be dragged into your whatever criminal nonsense this is." He chuckled, low and genuine. "Trust me, sweetheart. You are the most exciting thing that's happened aboard this ship all week." Eva crossed her arms. "I didn't come to be insulted. I came to negotiate." He arched a brow, amused. "You'll find I'm very expensive," he said, "especially when blackmail's involved." "I don't have time for games," she snapped. He stepped closer again, his smile vanishing. "Neither do I," he said softly. "So speak quickly, Lady Sinclair." Her heart lurched. He knew her name? "I know you seized my father's cargo," she said, lifting her chin. "Legally," he corrected, "by charter of the crown." "A technicality," she snapped. He only shrugged, maddeningly unbothered. "I want it back," Eva said. "And why?" Rhys asked lazily. "Should I risk losing my prize for a spoiled merchant's daughter?" She hesitated, just a moment, but he caught it. "Ah," he drawled. "There's more. What is it, little siren? A scandal? A suitor you don't fancy?" Her silence was enough. Rhys's smile turned razor sharp. "You want something far more valuable than sugar or rum. You want freedom." Eva hated how the truth burned in her chest. He tilted his head, studying her like a puzzle. Then he said the most outrageous thing she had ever heard. "Marry me." Eva recoiled. "You're mad." Rhys laughed, delighted. "Not marry, exactly. Pretend. You play the dutiful fiancé. I gain access to your father's precious inner circle to sniff out the corruption that is bleeding this island dry." "And in return?" "In return," he said silkily, "I return your father's cargo. I make Weatherby back off. I give you a way out." He leaned in, voice dropping to a whisper. "All it will cost you is your pride." Eva's fists clenched at her sides. "Why would you help me?" she demanded. Rhys's face shuddered, a glimpse of something sharp and broken flashing behind his handsome facade. "Maybe I don't like bullies," he said. "Maybe I hate men who think they can buy whatever they please." For a moment, their gazes locked. A clash of wills, a spark of something neither could name yet. "And maybe," Rhys murmured, stepping so close their breath mingled, "I simply enjoy the company of a woman who bites harder than she begs." Eva flushed, furious at him, at herself. She wanted to slap him. She wanted to trust him. She wanted too many things at once. "You ask too much," she said hoarsely. Rhys grinned, utterly unrepentant. "I usually do." Below them, a shout rang out. The governor's men boarding nearby ships. Time was running out. Eva looked at Rhys, at the wide-open sea behind him, at the thin, gilded cage waiting for her if she refused. "Fine," she spat. "I'll play your game." His smile sharpened. Good girl, he murmured. Eva glared. But touch me without permission, she warned, and I'll cut you. Rhys only laughed, the sound rolling like thunder over the waves. I'd expect nothing less from my lady shark. He offered his hand. For one terrifying heartbeat, Eva hesitated. Then, slowly, deliberately, she placed her hand in his. His fingers curled around hers, strong and unyielding. The deal was struck. The future, wild, dangerous, unknown, spun out before them like a storm on the horizon,